Before we start today's episode, I need to point this out. I am the 69th viewer of this episode. Nice. Okay, now we can watch the video. Pokemon, Science and Magic.
We accompanied Thor on a job that he was tasked to do on the beautiful paradise of Woodstock Island.
We fought Pokemon with him till he was
We
Thor.
uncovered a old temple,
I know it's 4, but I want to get the joke
King
in.
Ragnarok, and discovered the reason why we were there in the first place, to collect an old scroll from that temple. We also met the Cryoto colony's champion, Himmel, as well as an odd Gorgeist that had the ability to upgrade into this odd-looking armoured form. After collecting the scroll, Himmel invited us to come to the Heron City Palace in order to discuss what exactly is going on here. So, as we speak, we are on a boat to the mainland in order to obtain some answers to what the heck is going on here. And that is exactly what we're going to get today, as our journey through Cryoto continues.
I don't have anything to say. He recapped the episode, so I don't have anything to add to it. What do you add to a recap? That didn't happen. Oh wait, yes it did. No. Please support the official release. And don't sue me, Game Freaking Nintendo. Because the moment you make a fan thing and start making money off of it, especially when it comes to like Pokemon, Minecraft, and stuff like that, that's when the lawsuits come hammering down you. If it's for free, technically they can't really do much. Or at least they don't do much. I don't know if it's like one of those things where it's like they can't do anything about it, or I don't know. It's probably one of those things. I don't know. But anyway, focusing on the episode. Huron City.
The mainland at last, ladies and gentlemen. And what do you know? The first city that we visit to on the mainland is the capital of the Cryoto region. Heron City is massive. So massive
I can
that
tell.
it is literally built around the ocean. And even in it, there are dozens of artificial islands built in order to house most of the city.
Jeez.
Naturally, being the region's main capital, there's obviously a lot of things that you can do here.
It's like
On top of housing the most side quests you'll be able to find in the game, you will also be able to find multiple dockyards where plenty of workmen are shipping multiple goods in and out the region. You can rent a boat in order to visit the many small islands that inhabit this city, or you can visit the Battle Palace, which is basically just the Battle Tower, only it's a castle instead of a tower.
Yeah.
If you search hard enough near the docks, you'll be able to find a small boat repair yard. This is where the guild is located. Or, at the very least, the temporary location of the Cryoto Cruise Line Guild,
okay, fair enough.
when it is not sailing across the region. Now, I don't think Himmel is really expecting us yet, so while we're waiting to get the chance to see him, and considering the fact that we have already met the guild master of this city, what do you say we pay him a visit while we're here, shall we? Maybe we can pay that old sea dog back for what he made Thor do. Welp, there's only one way to find out. To the guild. Also, just a reminder, Pokemon guilds are optional, so you technically don't have to fight it if you don't want to.
Ah, I see.
Also, there's nothing stopping you from leaving the city just yet. So, if you want, you can go to one of these routes that are nearby the city in order to catch a Pokemon that you think may help you in this battle.
I mean, that's kind of been the case for Pokemon for a while. There are some gyms you can just skip. Well, you kind of have to come back to them later.
Let's see what this guild has.
I've never done it in Gen 3, but I've always wanted to do Brawly's gym last. Typically, he's the one you can skip. You need, like, in the original Gen 3, if you invite him, you can't get the HM for Flash, but if you could just get, like, a map, who cares? It's Flash.
There's still a little challenge that you have to do here.
At least you don't get to use HM Flash, because he doesn't give you Flash. He can just let you use Flash.
All you have to do is wander around the garage and help the people inside repair an old ship that's docked there. Once you help them repair it, you catch the attention
taking out all 7 gym leaders and then coming back to the second gym leader and completely destroying him.
Well, look who we have here. Anyway. A familiar face. Great to see you again. Player, right? You did a fine job helping us repair this old tub. In fact, after a new coat of paint, I'd say she's tip-top and sail-worthy. I hope you've been thinking about my request of joining our guild. I would have preferred if Thor joined us, but after today's performance, I'd say you've earned that title. What do you think?
Over the top. No, I came to battle.
Really? Well, if I were you, I would think twice before making that decision. You're looking at one of the finest seafaring trainers in this city. Anyone who thinks that they can dare challenge me to improve their rank will be crushed faster than you can say Gyarados. And when I get into the zone,
what if it's Mega Gyarados or Gyarados
by a little puddle, because you're about to get hit by a tsunami. Something which I have quite the amount of experience facing.
I'd imagine so.
What? They don't call the Cryoto region the city of water and ice for nothing, you know.
They call Hoenn the city, the land of water.
We've faced some pretty nasty storms in our time. But enough chit-chat. It's time to set sail, matey. Let's throw down!
It's only got 3 Pokemon. Well, this is like the 3rd.
Hope you're ready for me, because my water types sure know how to make a splash. Go, Shellos!
Is the original variant.
While we're here, I guess I should mention this guild gimmick. You see, as I've mentioned before, guild masters add in an additional battle gimmick to their matches, which either benefits them or hinders you. In this case, it will be pouring rain, and the rain will continue to pour for the entire battle. Not only does this benefit Navy, but his Pokemon can take advantage of it themselves with their new move, Tidal Wave.
Some of them probably have
It's not a very strong move on its own, but its power doubles during a rainstorm. Not to mention the fact that it washes away of other field effects, such as Stealth Rock or Toxic Spikes.
Yeah.
So yeah, not an easy fight by any means.
Spin.
However, if you have a solid
rapid
type,
spin
it shouldn't be too bad,
where it
since you can essentially make good use of the rain to do extra damage.
But only just a regular speed boost, not like times 2.
Lucky shot. That was just the first wave. Wait until you see the second. Go, Araquanid!
Ooh. Yep. Oh. Yeah. There's just regional variants. You never know.
What? How'd you get past that one? Ugh, all right. You've blown the main now, matey. Just wait until you see the final wave. And you know those waves that you see in disaster movies? Well, that's the type of wave you're in for. Prepare to meet my first mate. Go, Quiolette!
Quiolette?
Well, surprise, surprise. It looks like Navy has revealed to us another new Pokemon. Quiolette is the Harmonious Pokemon, a very rare creature that prefers to be on its own most of the time. However, should you be able to find one in the wild, you can see it playing near a waterfall, quietly playing to the tune of its harp. However, should you disturb this Pokemon, it will not be so forgiving, and force you to play on its harp until your hands break.
How?
Being Navy's signature Pokemon, it's obviously not going to be easy to take down, especially with its new special ability, Undisturbed. This ability prevents the opponent from using priority attacks against it.
Wait, the move set changed.
Oh, of course.
It was like
battered, bruised,
because I saw Rain Dish.
Ooh, outstanding work, player. After that handy job, how would you like to become an official member of my guild? We could definitely use much more bold, hardy crew members like yourself.
No.
No? Is this because of what I made Thor do? Look, no hard feelings, man. We're all friends here. Besides, all I wanted Thor to do was come along for the ride. Not to mention, he promised me after he lost that bet fair and square. Granted, it wasn't a real Wailord that I caught. It was just one of my crew members' Dittos transformed as a Wailord.
Son of a gun!
But still, I mean, a bet's a bet.
You cheated?
Oh. Did I say that out loud?
Oops. Don't tell Thor!
Look, you're not gonna tell Thor, are you? Please don't tell him that. If he hears me, he will kill me. And trust me, I know how capable he is. He will legitimately kill me.
He does have muscles.
Here, if I give you this TM for Tidal Wave, the move I used during our battle, you'll stay silent, right?
Now that's actually a legitimate reason. Of course I'll stay silent. You can trust me.
Oh, thank the great Kyogre.
Most of the time when gym leaders give you TMs,
then.
you just...
Here you go.
They never explain why. I just always seem to be like, hey, you beat me, so here's a reward besides the gym badge.
Right.
Now, I like this idea of being like, it's a bribe.
I better get going. I've been away from the old girl for too long, but if
by the old girl,
you
he
ever
means his
wanna
boat.
Join ship and help out, you can do that anytime if you wish. Anyway, I best be off it. Bye. Okay, anyway, now that we have beaten Navy, not only have we unlocked more side quests to do around the city, as well as the guild, and I mean the ship, not this place, but we'll be able to access that ship anytime we like.
Ooh, nice.
If ever we want to battle more trainers, and again, do more side quests.
Would that be like surf in a sense?
But for now, I think we've been away from our current task a bit too long. So,
probably not.
Let's head off to this battle
but it's a good place to go if you need some grinding.
If Hamel is ready to see us.
And you don't want to just fight random Pokemon. Ooh, fingers crossed.
So, this is the Battle Palace.
Oh god.
Well,
I'm looking at that statue, it's like, I'm gonna beat the
and
shit out of
it's
you.
just as roomy on the inside as it is on the out. Not only does it have multiple rooms with dozens of trainers itching for a fight, making it a perfect place to raise your team, but it's also home to the Cryoto Colony's operations outside of their own guild. Basically, it's a secondary guild to the Double C.
Given how there's a
and
butt
the
on
location
the
of where its
right
main
towards
members
the
go
building,
in
that
order to
means when
discuss
you look out the
things
windows
about
of the
the
building,
region.
you're looking right at their
And
hands.
while we're here, it looks like we
Well,
can
you
come
know.
across a few familiar faces.
Imagine going to work and having to see a literal
hello,
dick.
player. I wasn't expecting to see you here. But, with that being said, what
Please,
are
Joseph,
you
because
doing
things
here?
You explain everything.
Really? Thor actually invited you to do that? Well, you've definitely kicked yourself off the ground since you've joined our guild. Not to mention the fact that not many new guild members can boast about being invited to this place by the Double C of all people, in which case you can consider yourself very lucky. As for the reason why I'm here, Flamel invited me to share some of my research with him. What I'm currently studying involves what you guys came here to discuss. Thor should be joining us sooner or later as well. So, while we're waiting for him, what do you say you and I have a quick, friendly battle? I myself am interested to see how much you've improved since you first joined.
Of course.
Aha! Excellent! In that case, let's not waste any more time and get going. It's been quite a while since I myself have done any battling, so it will be a good opportunity to allow my Pokemon to stretch their legs, or claws, or other appendages.
You get the idea.
Let's do this!
Professor Silence was about. You don't fight the professors very
Alright,
often.
player, see if you can take out my
I think the only
Esper.
professors you can fight really in the game are Professor Sycamore and Professor Kukui.
Phew! You gobbled down that one faster than a Munchlax on buffet day.
I mean, technically in the original
sounded like
source,
Thor
in
Anyway,
the source
see if
code
you can
of
handle
Red,
this
Blue,
one.
and Yellow, apparently
Go!
you're supposed to fight Professor
Illusion!
Oak. But that wasn't going with. Hello.
Adding to the list of new Pokemon in this region, we have Hallusion, the misleading Pokemon.
Misleading
Illusion
right.
mostly live their lives within
I love
forests
that art of
and
her. She looks so
fields.
cute.
They get their name
She's
because
gonna be
using their
become this
psychic
terrible
powers,
monster,
they can actually
like
create
frickin'
illusions.
like the
They
troll
do this to
Pokemon
make
in
themselves
Gen
look
8,
like
ever
that
its
which
name.
you
You know,
love
the one
the
covered all
most.
black. It was a
They
fairy
do so
because
in
fuck
order
you,
to
I don't
lure
care.
unassuming people
About your
and
gender,
Pokemon
about your
into
norms.
the forest, where they
Very
will
psychic,
become
though.
inevitably lost. The only way to escape its attempting illusion is to spot its tail, because similar to Zoroark, it has a hard time trying to hide it.
Oops.
I could have been for sure that I had you there. Ah well, I still have one last trick up my sleeve. Go! Be Wisdom!
Be Wisdom.
Ooh, another new Pokemon. 2 in one day. That's a surprise. However, Be Wisdom, the Hive Mind
more than two,
Pokemon,
but still.
isn't just a newbie. He's actually the evolved form of an older Pokemon.
Huh.
These fellas are the
Combee.
evolved form of male Combee.
Oh, finally they
And
get a form, so
evolved from
Vespiquen isn't
Combee
just
through
impossible to
exposure
summon.
through a new type of elemental stone called a Dream Stone.
Ooh.
This new bug
Bug
psychic
psychic.
type gains a remarkable amount of intellect. It's just as smart as an Alakazam now. And thanks to those psychic powers, it gains a new status because of its
Alakazam has 600
superior
IQ. It can
intelligence.
move things
The
with its
Wisdom
mind,
have
but
a
it can
special
still, but it only
telekinetic
learns 4
ability,
moves.
which allows them to take control of nearby Combee in their facility. They have been known to
love that
steal
meme.
Combee from the nests of Vespiquen
Steal
in
Combees?
order for them to do whatever they command.
Well, male
In
co-
Cryoto,
well,
it
male
said if
bees
you were to
can't
drink
reproduce.
from the nectar that comes out of the hole on top of its head, you
That
would
was
gain
duh.
remarkable wisdom.
Good luck
On
trying to
top
do
of
that.
It puts its own wisdom to good use through its new special ability, Hive Mind, which allows it to boost the attack and special attack of ally bug-type Pokemon that are brought out while it is on the field.
Ooh, so it's like,
It also
that'd be good
makes
for double
it
battles.
completely immune to bug-type attacks.
Ooh. I don't know why you would be using bug type attacks against a bug type. I guess out of spite.
Phew.
They gave
Bravo,
its part
player.
psychic. That means his bug type moves
Bravo.
will at least be neutral. Like, I don't think bug resists bug. I don't know. Ah, 4.
Bravo to the both of you. Bravo. That was an incredible battle. And congratulations, I say to you, player. I expected nothing less. Ah, Thor. I was wondering when you'd get here. And thank you for your compliment. Although, it has been quite a while since I've been doing some battling. But enough about that. How are things with you and Rachel, then? Wonderful, thank you very much. You should have seen the look on her face once I brought those bluebells to her. Not even a million Jet-Stop could make me happier than I was then. But besides from that, it's glad to see that the both of you have made it. I assume that you've brought your research with you, Professor? Oh, why, of course, Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Wait, don't tell me now that you've forgotten it. Well, what would you like me to tell you instead? I swear, Professor, you would lose your head if it wasn't attached.
Me.
Well, it's not really that easy being both a guild master and a Pokemon professor, you know. Both jobs have their pros and cons, of course, but it can be quite tiresome keeping up with them. But don't worry about it. I can still tell you what I've been studying, so, you know. It's not like I needed to bring any of that research in order to remember what I need to tell you.
Makes your question well, brought up.
That's a relief.
Let's say
Anyway,
plot point
Professor,
later.
I was wondering if we could go inside for a bit. I wanted
It's gonna be
you to
Nephilis'
explain to
secret
player here what
identity.
arbiter
Wrong universe.
Pokemon are. He encountered one a while ago, and I'm not sure he's too familiar with them. Oh, well, is that so, player? Well, in that case, of course, I'd be more than happy to explain what I've learned about them. But first, I would like to know about this first encounter that you've had, player. Come, let's discuss this inside.
Don't tell me to come.
And
I'll come when I'm good and ready.
you were sure that it was in control of its armor-charged state like that? Interesting. I guess you're wondering why we're so interested about that fact. Well, in order to explain that, I think I need to explain armor-charged Pokemon as a whole, from the beginning. You see, a long time ago in the Cryoto region, it was discovered that the region itself emits a strange spiritual energy. At worst, this spiritual energy can be given to your Pokemon, allowing them to buff their stats and what have you, but at best, if your Pokemon is holding a special armored item called an armor fragment, this unknown energy will actually fuse with them, as well as the fragment itself, upgrading them into armor-charged Pokemon.
I see.
These armor-charged forms not only appear to upgrade a Pokemon's current abilities, but it also appears to affect them in some way, so it can change their type, their special abilities, all that sort of stuff. Nobody really knows where they came from, but they started appearing around the time of the Krytonium War, and they were a big part in Cryoto's survival during that war. They were actually used to battle Gigantamaxed Pokemon, and even defeat them.
Really?
So, as you can imagine, these forms are remarkably powerful. However, with great power comes a great cost.
I was going to say great
These
responsibility.
forms appear to affect a Pokemon's personality as well. It makes them more disobedient and aggressive, so long as they remain in these forms. Luckily, we have the ability to control these armor-charged states through a special item called Armor Gauntlets. Indeed, that's the doohickey that I have on my hand right here. It allows me to control my armor-charged Pokemon, power them up, and power them down in battle. Although, handling these forms can be tricky, no matter how much experience you have with them. Exactly. Which is why you should always take great precaution with them, especially considering that armor-charged Pokemon can be found in the wild. But if you manage to beat them, or whatever else, you might be able to get a fragment of their armor, which you can equip to your own Pokemon, so you can armor-charge them. Armor charging is quite risky, but it can also be quite rewarding, especially if you know how to use it properly. Now then, player, you don't mind if I see the armor fragment that you have?
I wonder if this is like a mega... I wonder if this is like a Mega Stone where you have to, It can only go for one Pokemon, or it has... It can only react to one Pokemon in particular, or it's like a Z move where it can technically go to any Pokemon as long as it has that type matching for it. I mean, I guess you could give it like a Fire Alien. No, I think they have to have at least one move that is of that type. Well, you still get the meaning, you know? If you give an Absolite to like a Nidoking, it's not going to do anything, you know?
Introducing armor-charged Pokemon. Now, I think you guys already get the gist of what these Pokemon are about, but in which case, the first armor-charged Pokemon which you have encountered is Gourgeist's armor-charged form.
You get a free Gourgeist out of that, that's pretty slick.
In this state, not only does it have Cursed Body, but it also has the Fire Grass type.
Because Gourgeist is a trait evolution, and it would be less of a pain in the ass.
Its pumpkin body. Not only does it seem to have an additional consciousness within its pumpkin chest, but
it's like, I never do that. I kind of want to replay all Gen 6 just use it with the Steelix.
It's also gained some extra reach thanks to its extra appendages, which can now spawn wisps from them. Something else you should know about these types of Pokemon is that they gain access to a supercharged move when they become these forms. Basically, it's a unique special attack that each armor-charged Pokemon has, and each form has a supercharged move unique to them.
Nice.
It's also a fifth attack, which you can only use once per battle.
I see.
Gourgeist's move supercharged jack-o'-lantern.
I guess it would
is
be
where
like
it
once per
spawns
battle,
an
it's in the
army of
entire
wisps
battle, not
to
like
home
you fight
in
one
and
Pokemon
bombard
and it's
the
like, here you can go do it again.
This move
You know, like
has a
Gen 1
chance
Hyper
of
Beam,
burning,
you know?
and leaves a cursed effect on the opponent.
Interesting.
Oh
God,
wow.
a burn and a curse at the same
That
time.
is a
Kill
fine
me!
fragment. A fine fragment indeed. Yes, if you, player, had a Gorgeist of your own, as well as one of these gauntlets that I have here, you'd be able to use that patch fragment in order to
It's
armor
burned,
charge it.
cursed, confused,
Speaking
and
of which, Professor,
immobilized with
do
love.
you think that you could give one
Physical
of your gauntlets
pain.
to player here?
And paralyzed.
I don't
Oh,
know.
no, you can't be
I
burned and
don't
paralyzed
think
at the same
he's
time.
ready to handle an armor-charged Pokemon just yet. Well, no time like the present to learn how to do so, am I right? Besides, player here has helped me with Team Ragnarok, and he has managed to take on an armor-charged Pokemon alone.
The true hell on Pokemon
I'm
Earth.
sure he's
Paralyzed,
more than worthy of
confused,
handling one.
and immobilized with love.
Well,
I'm in hell!
I think I might have a spare gauntlet or two in storage. However, player, if I do give you this gauntlet, will you promise to take armor-charged Pokemon with great precaution? These forms can be very unpredictable and are not to be taken lightly.
No. Game ends. Of course, you have my word.
Good.
So I guess it's
Now,
implied
I'll give you
what
more
the
details
the
about
gauntlet he's wearing is
armor-charged
that red
Pokemon
thing on
once
his
I
right
have the
arm.
gauntlet ready for you.
Again,
But
his
in
right
the
arm,
meantime,
not yours.
make sure you be careful when you go about in the wild. You never know when an armor-charged Pokemon could show up, especially here on the mainland. Ah, glad to see that the two of you could make it. And you too, player. Sorry it took so long.
Look at his robot arm.
Being
It's actually
the
his
highest
gauntlets.
ranking guild member in all the region isn't an easy life.
Brag, brag, brag.
Hello, Himmel. About time you got here, if you ask me. Indeed. Sorry, Himmel, I forgot to bring my research, but I can tell you what I've learned so far about those scrolls.
If I hit
That
things, they hit
being-
back.
Nothing we don't already know, I'm afraid.
So that was a waste
However,
of time.
I have discovered the location of another one. Brilliant. Well, it's a start. Beg pardon, you two, but what exactly is the deal with these scrolls, if you don't mind me saying?
I do mind
You
you
don't
saying.
mind filling
End of
the two
episode.
of us in? Oh, yes, that's right. Sorry, I promised the two of you. Well, basically, we're just as clueless about these scrolls as you are. Wait, what? Then why are you keeping this thing to yourself, then? Because the one thing we do know about those scrolls is that they have something to do with the adaptation duo.
Adaptation duo.
I'm sorry, what? The adaptation duo. You know, the two legendary Pokemon created by Arceus. The ones who stopped the Krytonium Wars to begin with? Stuff and nonsense! They're just a legend, a myth!
Have you ever played an
All
RPG
myths come
before?
from somewhere, Thor. And these two
In
legendary
an RPG,
Pokemon
if someone
are no
says it's a
different.
myth, that means it's a
Well,
fact.
Even so, what would this mysterious client of Team Ragnarok want with them? I mean, I know the hooligans themselves can't be bothered with what those scrolls are and what they do, so long as they get paid.
Though at some
for giving
point,
them to said
at some point in
client.
RPG, I want someone to go,
But
gravity
why
is
go
a
through
myth.
all this trouble based around these scrolls? How do they even connect to those two legendary Pokemon to begin with? That is what we're trying to find out, Thor. The only thing that we can do now is try to gather those scrolls. The only other thing we know is that there are 6 of them altogether. We each have 1, so that means there are still 4 more scrolls hidden throughout this region. Indeed. And you said you know the location of one of them, Professor Salix? Indeed I do.
Wait,
It's
there's 6
located
scrolls and we
inside
each have
Frostbit
1. So wouldn't that
Falls,
mean that there's only
near
2
Thrush
left?
City. Very well then.
Yeah, I
I
see
think
that
I
was
can
that
get
me
one
and
of
my
the
brain
members of
factor
the
to
Elite
piece
Four
dialogue.
to check it out. In the meantime, keep up the good work, Professor Salix. You're doing the Double C a big favor with all this research. Himmel, if I may,
Could
see,
me
Arceus?
and the player here lend you some assistance?
Arceus
Well,
doesn't have
I guess
PCs.
that depends.
Creation
Do you
duo, I
think
guess.
you can handle this sort
I don't
of
know.
work, player?
Definitely.
All
Oh,
right
wait,
then.
no. He's got two
But
C's on his
remember,
shirt.
Thor,
Duh.
he's your responsibility. So you are going to have to keep an eye on him. Do I make myself clear? Crystal. Ugh, seriously, Hamel. You don't have to treat me like a child, you know. I wouldn't have to if you actually bothered to... Oh, my back. Oh.
Who broke
What
the
in
narrator?
sprocketing spoink was that? Sounds like it came from outside.
What happened?
Oh,
Loki.
Oh, crumbs. Loki? What are you doing here, baby brother? Wait. Were you spying on us? I think I should be the one who's asking the questions around here. What's the deal with these scroll things that you were on about?
Yeah, he was overhearing
That
us.
is none of your business. It's grown-up stuff. So perhaps you should go back to the Pokepals Guild and stick with the jobs that are more appropriate for your age. Leave these more responsible jobs to the experts, such as I. Responsible? Are you joking? You wouldn't even know responsible if it stung you on the back like a bee drill. Besides, do you think I honestly wanted to be a part of that rubbish guild that you keep clinging on to? No. The only place that I deserve to be is up there with the big boys at the Double C. That's the position I want to be in. And I can prove that I want to be there. I can honestly prove it if you just gave me a chance with this job. Loki, do you think our father asked what I wanted when he assigned me to do this job to begin with? Well, Your time to prove yourself, brother, will come, but it hasn't arrived for you yet. You are not ready for this line of work, let alone anything else that the Double C may have in store for you. Right now, you are nothing but a simple level 1 Dratini, so I would recommend waiting until you are ready to evolve into Dragonite. Newer guild members, such as yourself,
it's good that you're
must
telling your
work
brother
their way
not to
up
get
the ladder.
egotistical, but you're kind of being a beast of
You
shit
allowed
over it.
player here to come with you with your stupid little mission, and you're allowing him to participate in all this. He joined the guild the same time as me.
I know
so
it's
how does
supposed
this
to be border
mongrel
like an actual
get
border,
permission
but
to
a part of me thinks it's
participate
the
in all of
Pokemon.
these jobs, but I don't? Now, brother, there's no
It could
need
work
for that
both
sort
ways.
of language. And for your information, player here has proven more times than not that he is worthy for this kind of work. He has taken down multiple guild members at this point, and has defeated Team Ragnarok more times than I can count. He has proven that he is skilled enough for this kind of work. You haven't. Oh, so he gets a chance to prove himself, but I don't? What
Glad
kind
you
of
understand.
backwards nonsense is that, Thor?
No comments, eh?
Yeah, that's what I thought. It doesn't matter what time we enter the guild or how new we are. You just had no faith in me. You never did. You have more faith in this nobody than me, your own brother, who spent hours on end studying everything about Pokemon guilds just to be a part of them. Me, not him. Not even you for that matter. Every time we went through those sessions with Father, you just fell asleep in them. But I paid attention to every second just so I could be with him. I'm the one who deserves all of this. Not him. Not even you. Alright then. You want to prove yourself? You want a chance? Then by all means. If you think that you deserve this position and not the player here, then why don't you battle him? I can assure you, player being here is no mistake.
You're kidding, right? Fine. Alright then. I'll prove it to you. I will. But when I win, I am going to show you just how wrong you are for hiring this nobody! Come on then, you mongrel. Let's go!
4 Pokemon now. You got more than
Back
Guild
down
Masters.
while you still can. You don't belong here. Go! Herdia! Ugh! Useless mutt! Go! Murkrow!
It's got a pack?
You just don't know when to
Probably its
stay
ability.
down, do you? Go! Pokémon!
Pokemon. Oh,
This next mod
Hello.
that Loki uses depends on which starter Pokemon you picked. It'll basically be a different Pokemon that's actually strong against your starter Pokemon.
that is an interesting
So,
twist that
if
hasn't been
you
done
chose
before.
Catholic, it will be a Critonium
Well,
Teddiursa.
I chose Catholic, so
Choosing
I'm the
Drippard will mean it's a
so I'd be
Troll,
Teddiursa.
And if you chose Lyolinx, it will be a Critonium Meowth. Luckily, you should have another
You chose
Pokemon
the
in your
wrong
party
way,
to take
Twitty.
care of it.
For me, it would be the Teddiursa because
No!
fire
I
type.
can't lose now. Not when this is my chance. Go! Starter!
You get the Scorbunny again. Or the Primarina. Or the Chestnut. I know these aren't their I know I'm using the evolved form names and not the second forms.
Rubbish!
Sue
Absolute
me.
rubbish! There's no way anyone can be this
Except for
lucky.
Scorbunny, I think I used its
No
first
way.
form. But you know what I'm trying to say, right? I don't usually remember the second form's names unless they're like a Charmeleon, Combuskin,
Like I said,
stuff like
brother,
that, you know?
you are not ready
stuff
for
I
this
grew up
line
with.
of work. Also, this proves that the player
Especially
is
with one of the
worthy
newer
enough to be
Pokemon.
here. It was his own skill and
I think one
dedication
of them was
that
brown.
gave him the chance to be here. Not to mention the fact that he knows what being a Pokemon Guild member is truly about. You haven't proven to me anything, even if you did win. You don't understand what a real Guild member
I would find it amazing if
symbolizes.
Loki actually gets a
Real
Dragonite.
Guild member? What on earth
Just
is that
despite
supposed to
what
mean?
Force said.
I'm afraid you'll have to figure that one out.
Even if
on
it's just like
your
in the
own.
Pokemon box, you
In the
know?
meantime,
Just be like,
I
screw
think
you,
you should mind
just
your
screw you
own
for,
business.
I got my own Dragonites.
Allow proper guild members to handle this. Proper guild members? Wait, no, I didn't mean it like... No, I get it now.
Ooh.
I get it. You don't think I'm a proper guild member. Fine then. I'll find a way.
I hit the
I'll
wall.
find a way to
Did
be
it
with
again.
him. With Darva. Up there. I may not have proven it today, but I will one day. One of these days. One of these days. And I think I know just how to do it.
Ominous.
Don't you think you could have been a bit more gentle with him? He is your brother after all. I'll admit that proper guild member remark was a mistake,
Yeah.
but he has
You
to
think-
learn what a real guild member is, and what it takes to be one. If not, he'll never be ready for this kind of work.
In this case,
Your
both
father
have a
thought the same
point,
of you,
but
and
both have a
yet here you
disadvantage,
are.
you know?
Look, can we just save this discussion for another time? I think
Like,
there are more
both are right
important
and both
matters
are
to attend
wrong,
to.
like, you know,
Player,
yeah.
I would like you to meet me at Frostbit Falls. There, we shall try and get the next scroll before Team Ragnarok does. I believe that there's a guild or two in that direction as well, so feel free to challenge it if you so wish. For now, though, I have to meet up with my lovely Rachel. So, see you around, player.
Adios,
Well,
muchachos.
if you're on your way, then I better get back inside. Me and Hamel still have a few things to discuss. In which case, if you find out anything else about the scrolls or the two legendary Pokemon, or what Team Ragnarok is up to, make sure to let me or any member of the Double C know. The more we find out about what's going on here, the better. Also, make sure to keep an eye out for more armor fragments. The more of them you have, the more Pokemon in your arsenal you'll be able to armor charge. In fact, I think I'll be generous this time. Here's an armor fragment to get you started.
You got a hive fragment, so that's
Armor
for our
charged
bees.
Pokemon may be a common sight around here,
The,
but
his
these
ace
armor
Pokemon he used
fragments
earlier,
are
Be
still
Wisdom.
nevertheless precious. So, make sure you take good care of it. Best wishes, player. I hope that
But
your
no one
journey
liked that
is well.
anime. Pokemon Best Wishes.
Supercharge.
Ooh. Let's see what it looks like in its armor form. So I assume with this thing, it's not so much that you got a Pokemon like that. It's just showing you what it would look like if you got a Pokemon with that. I wouldn't be able to get it Gore, guys, because I can't trade Pokemon. Ooh, this thing reminds me of like Mega Steel, like something like that, where it just has the
New Pokemon
the
have
things
ability to
flying
armor
around, you
charge
know?
too, such as the case with armor charged Be Wisdom.
I like the fact that these
Although it
Pokemon can
doesn't
do, because
have
usually when they
too
have
many
new
drastic
something like
changes from its
sometimes when they have
original
new
form,
Pokemon, they're just
this
like,
new
let's have
version
the
of
new
Be
Pokemon
Wisdom
out of the
has
gimmicks, you know.
improved psychic
There are no
ability
Gen 6
and
Mega
reflexes.
Evolutions.
Another unique feature that this form gives it is
I
the
will
fact
never
that
understand
any
the fact
Pokemon
that
that are near Be
Audino
Wisdom
got
at
a
the time
Mega
are
Evolution.
mutated
Out of
into
all the
these
Gen
forms,
5 Pokemon,
which Be Wisdom
why
can program
Audino?
commands to beat down and obliterate
That is one of those things that will never
its
make...
signature
Even if it
move,
was just like the
Supercharged
Simipour,
Hive
Semi-Sage,
Order,
all that
is
stuff.
where it commands
Even if
an
it was just the
entire
3
swarm
monkeys
of
doing
its
light, I can
colony
understand that
missiles
one for the
to
memes.
pummel the
Why the
opponents.
fuck was Audino given a Mega Evolution?
Basically, a stronger version of Attack Order. So, with all that said and done, I think we should make our way to the Ice Bit Falls, don't you think? Well,
It got to the point where I was
I think
using
that's
Mega
definitely
Audino
what
just
we're
so I
gonna
could
be
have
doing
people go, oh,
next time,
that thing
as our
exists?
journey
Why?
in Kyoto continues.
Your game has been saved. Well, this is a good little episode. A lot of stuff happened in this one. Not a lot of getting new Pokemon, but you know, not every episode needs new Pokemon. I mean, yeah, there was new Pokemon in it, but you don't have to catch a million new Pokemon in it. And to be fair, he did say that the stuff in this was optional. You could totally just, you know, skip this town entirely, just go to the next route anyway, catch some Pokemon. So you can do that. So I imagine that's going to go over the next episode. But yeah, a lot of character-driven stuff. Like, I'm really interested in the stuff going on between Four and his brother and the armor fragments and all that jazz. And as for the teams, no changes, you know, from the last one. Still got all the members from before. You know, we didn't get any new Pokemon, nothing to change. So, you know, we got Oxtonite, the Teddiursa, the Vulpix, the electric one, the Ferris wheel, and the other two, whose names elude me because I have the memory of a fucking goldfish. Anyway, yeah. Good episode, glad I watched it, and 69.